Your apartment, 3 o'clock in the morning. It's got 4 walls, a roof, and it isn't on fire. Even the cockroaches have fled in search of better accommodations. Not exactly a runner's dream pad, but right now, it's about all you have left. Running the shadows is all about feast or famine. One day you're One day you're Nova Hot, working jobs that allow you to eat 5-star restaurants. The next, well, you're here. This one's a famine for the ages. Slag and Fixer hasn't called. The money's run out, and then some. Sinless and free. Free to starve in the cracks of society run by megacorps who just want your nuyen. Something needs to change. And soon. Welcome to UCAS, everybody. Slot off, frag face. If you're not into this, this is where it is. This is what it's at. I have saved you the time and effort of... What's this do? Excellent. I have saved you the time and effort of having to sit and watch me do the character generation because it was a little bit involved and generally an obnoxious little process. This here, let me just get Asmo to face the right way. This is Asmodeus. He is an elven decker. What else would you expect? I mean, let's be serious. He is character screen. He is an elven male. He's got a little bit of street etiquette. He's not very well versed. They actually start you off really, really weak, which is pretty awesome. He's a little bit skilled in close combat. He can help himself a little bit. He's incredibly intelligent for a first level character. Well, there's not levels in Shadowrun. What am I smoking? But he's relatively intelligent. He's got a 4 as compared to the base 2 or 3 with humans and elves, respectively. Other elves would be at 3. He's got 1 skill in decking, 1 skill in ESP control. His charisma is 3, so he gets free etiquette. His etiquette is street. He is street smart. That's the extent of it. And also, he's got a little bit, but not much, of a ranged combat skill. Let's see. What's he got for equipment? He has a Flechette Security 500, which is a piece of shit. And a machete. Got pretty decent damage. Wearing secure decker clothing, nothing exceptional. And of course, his only cyberware is a data jack. We got a dock wagon basic trauma kits. Nice. Basic med kit and some machete frags. I have no idea how to play yet, because I just got it. Let's see what we got here. Get a job, any job. Alright, so let's take a look around. Slip of paper with your bank balance. Enough to cover you through the end of the week. Really? Because when I look at this, I got nothing. Your notebook, calendar, contacts, that sort of thing. Well, let's look at the personal calendar, the contacts. Carter Detroit, Fixer, no response to messages. Dowd, Runner, dead. Belton Nash, Fixer, missing since February. New Larry, Runner, dead. Sam Watts, Runner, probably in a gutter somewhere. Sangoma, Runner, dead. Halfjack, Dealer, retired or dead. So everybody I know is dead. What about my calendar? Nothing to do. Put that down. What? My vid phone's ringing. Fuck is calling me at 3 o'clock in the morning? The screen leaps to life, making you squint at against its brightness. The face on the screen is laughing. Sam Watts. Hey, buddy, hope I didn't catch you at a bad time. He giggles. He's drunk again. Or worse. Ugh. Sam, where the you're zoned. We're going with you're zoned. Another giggle. Oh, don't bother with your side of the conversation. I'm not really here. Just one reason for this vid. Someone finally geeked me. I'm dead. Probably had it coming. When you're an unsavory character like myself, you tend to associate with other unsavory characters who often partake in unsavory business. Like you, for example. So why am I dead? Who knows? Probably my fault. Most likely it is, Sam. That's what you're good for. I wonder where you are right now. I beg you've been hit by a big payday and you're living high on the hog somewhere. Some of us are born winners and some of us are me. I'm not. Hey, you remember that Renraku run we went on when things went to hell and we lost out, or that makeshift saloon on the docks afterwards? I really had your back that night, didn't I? Doubt. That's a name you haven't heard in a long time. "3 years ago, a makeshift bar on the Seattle docks. The night Dowd went down." Sangoma is an urban shaman who proved her worth during a run against Fuchi last fall. She's the quiet type and experienced runner. We're out in the open here. Our fixer owes us for the run, and for Dowd. We wait. Your call. This is going to end poorly. You've been running with New Larry for about 6 months now. He's a combat mage with a bad tattoo and a bad attitude. He knew Dowd almost as well as you did. Dowd. Never saw anybody die like that before. Idiot. Shakes his head. I hate this fragrant city, Asmo. It's wet, the rain feels like acid, and I want out of here. I get it, man. Now take a pill and relax. Sure, man, sure. Whatever you say. I don't know, Asmodeus. Sam is a good guy and can hold his own in a fight, but he's been hitting the bottle pretty good lately. Never on a run so far, but he needs watching. He shakes his head. Things went sideways 9 ways to Sunday. Now the fixer is late. Yeah, it smells funny to you? Hell yeah, it smells funny. Look at where he set up this meeting place. This was supposed to be a public place. Cut the trick, Sam. We both know why Dowd went down, and it wasn't the fixer or some other paranoid chip dream of yours. Sam smiles a toothy smile. I've been waiting for this all night. New Larry has something he wants to say. Don't you, Larry? Go ahead and spill it. You were sloppy. He laughs. Sloppy? You think I was sloppy? You've been twitchy all day, son. Look at your hands. They're shaking. You been drinking, Sam? On a run? No, not a drop. Not today. Not ever. Something dawns on him. He leans into New Larry, amused and dangerous. We were set up, and he knows it, don't you, Larry? What was that call you made before we hit Renraku? How come you couldn't geek that guy before he unloaded on Dodd? I've seen you fling a lightning bolt, son. He should have been burnt to toast before his gun cleared that holster. New Larry checks his watch, licks his lips, looks over your shoulders into the darkness. He's looking for someone, and it's not the fixer. Okay, I can see where this is going. You chummers are damaged. I'm out. How much did they pay you to sell us out, Larry? He stops and a smile appears upon his face. Honestly, didn't take much. Just enough to get me back to Portland and get set up with a Cush Corp job. I'm out of this racket. We got incoming! Larry relaxes and throws you a Shrek-eating grin. Looks like my new Renraku friends are finally here. They're gonna take that hard drive off your corpse, buddy. We should choose our friends more carefully, man. Buy a drink after this, Sam? You'll owe me several. Alright. You're now in turn-based combat mode. Each character in your action team has an action pool. Spend these action points on movements, attacks, or using spells and items. Once your team's turn is complete, the enemy team will move and attack. Additional tutorial information is available from the reference guide, which can be accessed in the upper menu. Whoa. Go away. Alright, let's see what we got here. Sam's got a fucking submachine gun. Let's get him somewhere where there's cover. Get you over here and shoot this motherfucker in the face. Yeah, eat a dick, Larry. This. Can I swap weapons somehow? I'll just hang back here where it's nice and safe. Okay, what do you got for spells here? Increases friendly target's action points by 1 for 2 rounds. Kills all friends within 3 of the damage from the most recent attack. Oh yeah, shoot him. Oh, he had that coming, alright. Oh shit! Alright. I want you to get over here. Alright. What's left is that guy. Whoa, shit! She fucking aces him in one hit. Oh god, more come in. Asmo sets up a quick spot. He knows he can't hit for shit from here. So he just moves up to better cover. Sam pulls up to the barrel and snaps off a shot. Gets him. Swing her around here too. Nice job. Another one down. Fuck, there's more. We are hardcore surrounded here. It's only partial cover, but keep moving up. Shoot the mage. Is there an Overwatch? Oh, that requires too many points. How do I do Overwatch? No, really, how do I do Overwatch? What if this is where I want you to stay? That was not good. What? Going over here. Ah, you missed. Yeah, buddy. Way to hide like a bitch. Mage is down. Now it's just the shaman and the Inferno. Cool, it takes the Inferno. Singoma lowers her gun and eyes Sam. You okay, Sam? Sam's breathing is heavy and he looks shaken. That was a hell of a thing. You don't look so good, Sam. We were born for this gig, Asmodeus. You were born for this gig, Asmo. Me? Not so much. I think I'm gonna hang it up, find a nice brothel somewhere, stay drunk until I croak. What about you? This is the only life I know, man. Well, you're a dumbass and I'll drink to you when you're dead. Ah, who am I kidding? I'm not gonna outlast you. Guess you can drink to me. Alright. So that's the basics of combat. We've held them off. Now if I can just figure out how that works. You stare at Sam's face and you're calmly shake off the memory. Focus. I had your back that night, didn't I? No, I'm asking myself, who would care if I die? Who would give a rat's ass? Better or worse, your name's on the top of the list. Maybe it's the only name on the list. So I set up a dead man switch to send you this call. I got a 100,000 New Yen insurance policy, payable when you find who creased me. Alive with a conviction or in a body bag with justification. Either way works. Contact my law firm, Rogers, Menget, McCain. When the job is done, they'll know what to do. He turns to his left. Chet? The camera swivels to show a well-dressed man sitting next to Sam. Pursuant to Mr. Matt's wishes, Rogers, Margaret, and McCain has installed a secure, dedicated phone line, so you may contact us directly when the task is complete. We will then begin a verification process. Note that you must also be on a secure landline to access this number. We will not accept transmissions from comlinks or other devices. The camera swivels back to Sam. Sam straightens up, talks seriously. For the first time ever. Look, asthma. I've led a direct life, and I probably left a direct corpse. I've hurt people, hurt myself, I don't know. Maybe I just want the last word. Maybe I just want somebody to give a crap that I sucked air for a while. What do you say? I'll get to the bottom of this. Somebody's gonna pay. Hope that you just said yes. I got a locator chick slotted in my head these days. When my heart stops, it'll activate. That's how you find me. See you on the slab. Guess I'm headed back to Seattle. Your plane hits the SeaTac tarmac with a jolt. Welcome to Seattle. The chilly northwest rain obscures your vision as you step out onto the tarmac. Before long, you're sitting in the cramped back seat of a cab following the signal from Sam's locator chip into the heart of Redmond Barrens. Organ grinders, the legal chop shop for body parts, whether from the living or the dead. If you're hurting bad enough for Nguyen, this is the place to sell a limb or an organ. It's also a good place to dispose of an inconvenient body while making a little cash on the side. This franchise is the closest thing the Barrens has to a morgue. It seems that this is where Sam's body ended up. You open the door and are assaulted by the smell of death and bleach. Don't see any people in here. I'm in the back. The smell of death and decomposition wash over you, only slightly masked by the minty fake fresh of industrial-grade antiseptic. Let's explore in here. Oh. Hovering over the recently departed is a small dwarf, whistling a merry tune. His broad grin says, "I love my job." A little more than you'd want or expect from somebody in the chop shop trade. As you approach, he looks up with a lopsided grin. There's something kindly in his eyes, though it may just be a stray reflection of chrome and surgical tools. "Sorry, didn't expect any visitors at this hour, and some asshole at corporate took my receptionist. What can I do for you, sir?" "Are you the coroner?" "I'm John Dresden, the organ grinders branch manager here, so yeah, this makes me the franchise area's coroner too. And you are?" "No one you've ever heard of. Now tell me about Sam Watts." He fixes you with a hard gaze. "Careful, friend. Can have Lone Star here in 2 minutes. Now what makes you think I'd ever know anything about a Sam Watts?" He had a locator chip embedded in his head. I followed it here. "I see. Well, you're right. He's here. Not too many people know about the murder yet, though. The press haven't caught wind of it, what with it being all the way out here in the Barrens. So who told you how he was dead?" "Sam's digital ghost. When his heart stopped, I got a recorded message asking me to bring his killer to justice. Guess he had a hunch." The dwarf raises his eyebrows, a smile wiping suspicion from the face. "A dead man switch, eh? Fascinating. I was working on him earlier. He's over here." What the He's my second Emerald City Ripper victim. The third one was downtown. Ripper, eh? I guess the classics never go out of style. He sighs. Not my title. That's where the Seattle press insists on calling the killer. All I know is that, like the original Jack, our Ripper knows how to handle a scalpel, but this one's even more twisted. He or she always removes an internal organ from the victim. Oh, fantastic. A trophy hunter. Well, what was it? Watt's liver was cleanly cut out. Whiz. What else? The first victim's heart was missing, and the third had the spleen removed. Dresden, get out here! Heard about the new Ripper. I'm here about the new Ripper Vic, Sam Watts. Now's my chance to investigate real quick. Add a basic medkit. Sam's body is half covered in a sterile surgical sheet. His face is an ashen white for the first time without a smirk on it. Below his chest, there's a small, pencil-thin incision covered in dried blood. Beyond that, the corpse is immaculate. It would seem that the killer knew exactly what they wanted from him, and took it. Next to Sam are several plastic envelopes containing the evidence found on his body. You can examine the evidence through the bag without spoiling it. Look at the business card. Moving things around, you can make out that it's a card from a place called the Seamstresses Union. There's something handwritten on the back, but blood has made it illegible. Cred stick. It's a standard, cheap, unsecured cred stick. No way of knowing what's on it without slotting it. Yoink. Yoinks and away! Look at the note. You can only see part of the note given the torn off bits and blood stains. Sam, I feel terribly that we have been long to say I'm sorry. See you there, Jessica. In the purple shirt. It's Sam's shirt. Several of the buttons are missing, and the blood is thoroughly soaked through it. The bag sloshes a bit in your hand. Anything else in here that I can examine? Get out of here. This has got to be a Lone Star agent. Towering over the diminutive corner is a homicide detective right out of central casting. If you ignore the tusk's pointed ears and Neanderthal brow, you can smell his cheap aftershave from a mile away. So this new Ripper Vic Watts, name's familiar. Didn't his mother kill herself a while back? The coroner frowns. So you insisted at the time. He chortles. Come on, she offed herself. I had it on very good authority. Now, let's go, Dresden. Give me something to work with here. The Ripper case is my ticket to lieutenant's badge. I've already posted everything I know. The killer stuns targets with a combination of drugs and magic, then removes a single internal organ while they're still alive. The perpetrator is most likely right-handed with a slim hand that knows its way around his scalpel. He has a decent understanding of human and metahuman anatomy, too. So I'm looking for a whacked-out surgeon? Not necessarily. I don't know any surgeons who still use scalpels anymore. These days it's all done with computer-controlled lasers. Could anyone from a military field surgeon to an antique medicine aficionado? You're no damn help, dwarf. The Lone Star detective finally notices you. You make note of his superhuman powers of observation. Who the hell are you? I'm the nobody who didn't hear nothing. That's right, and if you ever do hear something, I'll knock it right out of your head. He looks back at the dwarf. Dresden, give me more. I'm putting someone in a cell or a box this week, and I'm claiming my promotion. Dresden looks amused. Do you always make friends that easy? I'm great at dinner parties, too. He cocks his head to one side. Be straight with me. You really going to work for the dead man? Sam was there when I needed him, and I'm going to return the favor. Fascinating again. Detective McCluskey isn't interested in anything but Detective McCluskey. He'd convict his own mother if it meant another $10 million a week in his paycheck. Plus, he's on the take. Dresden pauses, considering. You have honor, after a fashion. I try to honor the dead in my work, so we have that in common. What can I do to help you? Wait, who's paying to hold his leash? I don't know. Somebody with a career. Some major pull has been looking out for Mr. McCluskey's career. And wallet. What was that he said about Sam's mother? The official report is that she committed suicide about a year ago. Aren't you the, official in that sense? My name's on the report, but my actual findings left some doubts. I can't say it wasn't suicide, but there were unusual bruises on her upper arms, and she didn't use her dominant hand to pull the trigger. I was told to drop it, so I dropped it. These organs worth? A whole healthy body can be worth a bunch of million, but individual organs? Not worth as much anymore. What with all the synth, cyber stuff on the market these days? Organ grinders are only deal in the recently deceased. There's plenty of other chop shops that aren't as picky, though, and they don't care where the bodies come from either. Who still uses scalpels? Doctors still know how to use them in their first year of medical school, as do coroners, but neither profession takes them all that much anymore. It's possible some of the slimier chop shops still use scalpels, I suppose, but I wouldn't know where to look. Have you heard of the Seamstresses Union? It's a nearby club in the Barrens that attracts lowlifes. You'd probably like it. Me, I'm not going out the going out type. Always too much to be done around here, plus the dead are just way easier to get along with. And where was he killed? He looks up at you intently for a moment before speaking. You know, I might even be able to do you one better. Why don't you poke around those body lockers and back and see if you find anything useful? Alright then, I'll do that. We gained some karma. We got 2 karma, not much worth writing home about. So we're suggesting that we take a look in the meat lockers here. The cold storage drawer is labeled John Doe, but the internal thermostat is set to 21 degrees Celsius. Opens to reveal the fully clothed body of a man, arms folded across his chest. In addition to supporting some of the brightest orange hair you've ever seen, the body seems to be in very good condition. Jake Armitage. Whoa, easy there. One quick move, he jumps down from the door and stands before you. For someone who just woke up from a morgue locker, he seems unfazed and pretty well put together. You spot a data jack drilled into his temples and some shamanistic tattoos peeking above his collar. It's an interesting combination. I told John to wake me up at 6 in the morning. Is it 6 yet? It doesn't feel like it's 6 yet. Sorry, I didn't really expect you to be so alive. Yeah, Dresden thinks he's pretty funny. You're not the first person he's pulled this one on. He chuckles. Well, so much for a good night's sleep. On the plus side, I notice you haven't killed me yet, so that's good. If you aren't after me, then what's your story? Last Ripper victim. What were you doing in the morgue locker? Well, playing dead mostly. A bunch of gangsters out there want my head, and I'd rather keep it. Figured I'd lay low for a while, give some of them some time to cool down. Jake yells the other side of the room. John, is this guy cool? Yeah, he's on the level, working for Sam, believe it or not. Some sort of dead man switch. I thought you could help him out. Maybe even stop moping around the shop all day. Thanks for volunteering me. He pauses. Might be sizing you up, but it's hard to tell behind those shades. All right, then. The name's Jake. And you are? You can call me Asmo. Nice to meet you. Well, it sounds like you're taking a dive into the deep end here. John's right. I might be able to help you out. I was with Sam the other night, the night of the murder, poor guy. He was hanging at the Seamstresses Union that night, tripped out and rowdy. I've been laying him low for a few days after a bad run. Ms. Kubota asked me to throw Sam out, so I did. But out in the alley, some gangers got the jump on me. He winces. Damn, maybe I need some soy calf after all that. John, could you grab me a cup? Get your own damn cup. My hands are dirty anyway. Now, what's wrong with this intestine? You hear a loud, squelching sound as Dresden continues his work. Thanks, John. You're a real pal. Anyway, there's a big fat corp bounty on my head. Like I said, my last job didn't exactly go according to plan. Anyway, out in the alley, a few Halloweeners got the jump on us. Damn gangers thought they could turn a quick profit off my head. Jake smiles, and you get the impression that didn't work out so well for the gangers. Sam stumbled off during the fight, though, and that's the last I saw of him. Until he turned up here, dead on arrival. Reminds me of my last stay in this place. So you've done this before? It's a long story. I end up in the morgue more often than the average guy. Yeah, Jake's here, regular. Should have started out a rewards card, Jake. A few more visits, you get a free night stay. Jake laughs. I'll hold you to that, John. Anyway, they found Sam's body less than a block